There's things happening every day and night, 24/7. We don't shut the doors. Closed doesn't exist. Open 24/7. I got a few Aussie friends in the Philippines. They are expats. They now live there. Good people. My compadres I do coffee with there. We have quite the following, and it gives me energy and happiness. Yeah, there are people out there getting their credit cards and mortgages and other debt wiped off. It's happening behind the scenes. They're not going to come out and advertise this stuff, right? Everything's being done behind the scenes. It's us whistleblowers that are getting it out onto the stage. You know, the mainstream media won't say anything about what we're talking about. We are a hot dagger in their eye. Everybody's waking up. Yeah, there's something really off today. Yeah, I know. It's just that it's really just the ascension that's going on. Yeah, I got, everything's going on in my world too. So I guess that we can call it normal. We're just trying to get connected and get the communication out there and get everybody to understand exactly what's going on. They're throwing so much popcorn at us. Everybody's a little blurry. Everybody's confused. And we're just here to try to keep that confusion under control. So many eyes and ears open now. Well, that's good to hear. It's really good to know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, based on what we're doing, what I'm understanding, it's, 12 to 1,500 every minute. Or is it 250 every minute? I think it is, yeah. It's about 12 to 15,000 every hour. And I guess things are getting closer. I mean, they're going to have to do something. There's no way they can continue this dark blackout, whatever. I understand that, the Strait of Hormuz, the U.S. military ships are escorting other tankers and everything else through there. And, Trump says he doesn't care if they want to blockade and continue the talks. He says, quite frankly, there's too much talking going on, not enough action, which is, I believe, an old Elvis Presley song. And as far as I'm concerned, he's right. There's just too much talk and not enough action. So if they want to blockade it and allow and escort their own vehicle ships through there, then that's fine. But until they get rid of these NAZIs that are controlled inside Iran, then there's not, nothing. Everything's going to basically stay the same. But every day that goes by, the United States is winning that war of nutrition. And, let's just face it, gang, the alliance and the military, they just deployed another 300,000 worldwide to infiltrate and, zero in on the NAZI strongholds that are in certain countries, such as Canada. And they're coming in and they're not even taking names. They're grabbing them by the scruff of the neck and they're hauling them to the paddy wagon. Wick, whack, paddy, whack. Oh, I'm going to tell you, there's, these criminals that think that they can do things to, in the old Matrix, to do out there, because the old Matrix is there to design to hurt humanity. And if they're playing along with that agenda, they have an extremely rude awakening. And like I said, and been saying, I give them, a choice several years ago because I saw this coming several years ago. And I told him, I says, if you have, any concern for your future and your family's future, you got to lay down your arms and lay down whatever you're doing right now and get out of the matrix and find yourself a different, way to make money or however you're doing it, or just retire. So they've had 7 years to mull it over, and probably at that time they thought I was some kind of a Looney Tune joke and didn't take me seriously. But it's all happening now. I saw it coming then, and I'm seeing it coming now. And anybody that has done anything, and I don't care who it is, there's more. You're going to see more and more people walk into courts and basically rip apart the maritime law that they're trying to hide behind, which is totally illegal. And they're coming in there and basically just claiming themselves as, Keith or Brian or whoever. And they're trying to get the whole name in there. And they're just saying, no, that was my family given name. But my name, as I am declaring, as you see on my affidavit, is Keith. And I'm now declaring again, my name is Keith. And pretty much they cannot get if you admit that you are Keith Allen Poe, or whatever your first, middle, and last name is, then they got you in the box. If you don't admit that you're Keith Allen Poe, or just Keith, they can't get you in the box. And basically, the rhetoric will go back and forth, even maybe some yelling, and the demon in the black cloak sitting in his box at the front of the court will demand that the bailiffs come and take him away, and he will say, keep your hands off me. This court, or this is in session right now, and I am trying. And that's basically it. And he held his ground, and finally they called for a recess. That's when the judge left. And that's when he says, well, the judge has left his ship, and you all have a nice day. And he grabbed his paperwork and walked out. Case closed. They know that they're doing wrong, and they're going to try to intimidate. This is happening more and more every day. And free, patriotic, sovereign people that are standing up to this tyranny. I knew this was all coming. I knew this was all going to come to fruition one day, where people are just saying, we've had enough of you stealing our money, trying to take our money under your made-up bullshit rules. Trump is going to stop the midterm elections with an emergency executive order, 107. There you go. Great intel. I didn't expect it was going to go through, Terry. That's great news. Thanks for the intel. Yeah. Like I said, listen to 107 right now. He's got some, I know he's a bit of a chatterbox. I mean, aren't we all, right? But he's got really good intel. And we have to take what he says very seriously. He's part of that inner circle, I believe. Yep. Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England. We're all in this together. Yep, brothers and sisters, we are patriots, absolutely. Let us know how London is doing. If you're living in London, if you live in the suburbs or even downtown or whatever, let us know how things are going there, please. Yeah, it is a movie, all right. What's going on in Paris? Well, they're rioting in the streets. I'm understanding North Africans are trying to burn it down. It was over some football, or as you want to call it, soccer. I'm not sure what's going on there. It ignited something. Market down on the crypto. Yeah, well, market's down on everything right now, but this is basically to shake all the loose fruit from the tree, get everybody scared so they sell their investments, to the criminals, and then they can resell it to save their own hide. Because and what I say to that, it's if it's down right now, that's great. Get some money and go buy more. Right? Yeah. Keep buying. I had a wonderful situation yesterday. I went out there and I got a 2-inch pure piece of copper. I asked for about 5 feet. And the guy says, well, Jesus, we don't sell, we sell it in 12-foot lengths. And he says that piece of copper's, 2-inch pipe, 12 feet long, is $450. That's how much copper's gone up. I says, oh my God. He says, hey, listen. He says, let's have a look. Let's go down to the back and see what's in the scrap thing. So he goes down to the back, he looks underneath, and he sees this 6-foot piece of copper. And he pulls it out and he says, will this do it? I says, oh my God, that's perfect. And he says, what are you using it for? I says, well, it's a grounding stick. And I'm going to make some things out of it. And he says, yeah, it's a great grounding stick. This thing's, he says, but feel how heavy it is. And it was heavy. So I bought some 2 caps. He says, I'll just give it to you. He says, don't worry about it. I says, oh, I can't do that. He says, listen, I'll just charge you for the caps for the top and bottom, which were 2-inch caps. Even the caps were, like 2-inch. With a cap on it, copper, they were like $12, $13 each. So it only charged me $25. And I walked out with this pipe that was probably 10 pounds, 10 pounds of copper. So I thanked him, shook his hand, appreciate it, and walked out. Thank God for that. And got it in my car. I couldn't get it in there fast enough. So now I got this big, huge, I'm going to sand it down and make this a, kind of it won't be a cane, but it'll be kind of like a walking stick. You can, ground yourself wherever you are. And as long as it hits the ground, it'll, basically keeps you all grounded. And it's, and actually when I was playing around with it and, grounding it there yesterday, and all of a sudden I felt like really lightheaded, and I had to kind of put it down and sit down, and I don't know what it was, but maybe it might have been a surge of all this energy going through me. But that was kind of an intense moment. The weather is so strange, wind, rain, and sun at the same time. I know what you're saying. It's very strange here too. We got some really, screwed up clouds coming through, and and then of course you got the sun breaking through. We had a lot of heavy rain again last night. Yeah, and this is we're in June right now in a desert area, which mystifies. It's just mystifying. I think they're doing weather manipulation right now, not allowing the sun to get to us because they know how important that sun is. Yeah. And that's why I say, I see this in the Philippines. And, the Philippines is an old, ancient culture, thousands of years old. And, the grandmothers, which they call lolas, they come out with their babies from their children's. And they're the ones that go out into the street and they kind of rock the babies and get them into the sun for 10, 15 minutes, walk them around. And so the baby gets the sun. Yep. And there's nothing, and they get that every day because then they get their big shot of vitamin D3. It's, I didn't know what it was to begin with. I thought they were just holding the babies, but, you learn these things. Yeah. It all makes sense to me now. There's a strange mood and atmosphere outside, really quiet. Yes, I know. We're getting ready for the grand finale. I believe that this is, we're getting ready for the EBS. What about the Stargate that's being built at the White House? Well, if there's one being done there underneath in the big caverns, I know they've had to do a lot of retrofit. That is a whole new ball game that's there. maybe there will be, with all that going on there. They're taking back the District of, they call it the District of Columbia, but I call it the District of Criminals. They've taken all that down, and we have liberated, and flew up the new U.S. Republic flag. The old incorporation does not exist anymore, and that includes Canada. Canada is a republic. When the flag went up in the United States at the Capitol, which was done some months ago, that was the celebration for the new republic, along with Canada. And I don't know how to explain it to everybody that's in Canada right now that is, pushing against this. You say that you want to be sovereign, but you never were sovereign. As long as you had a tax on your head and you had received identity in capital letters, and that's why I'm saying that to go out there and order yourself some new calling cards, get some nice graphics on it with your face picture on it, and your email on it, and if you want to put a phone number on it, that's fine. I don't need a phone number. You just have to email me or have a messenger face-to-face on your Facebook or whatever, right? And you can contact me either through email or through Messenger. Why even put a phone number on there? Because really, that's how they identify you. A phone number is as bad as a social insurance number. It's an identification to tax you or harass you. I don't believe in phone numbers. I just don't. I'm okay to have a phone number inside the Philippines because I got no bills down there and got no people hassling me. But that the phone number there comes with they got a bit of a different system. You have to get a phone number in order to have your data, to buy your data. You can't have data without a phone number, so they kind of include that. They don't charge you for the phone number. They're charging you for the data, which is quite cheap. I think I pay $7 for lots. I mean, $7-8 a month is that's all the data you need. Yeah, we're getting absolutely hammered here in Canada, so I don't have a phone number here. Yeah. And everybody out there, as long as you have Wi-Fi or you want to buy data, you can have that, well, I don't know what the deal is if you can get data without a phone number. I'm not sure, but you can ask. But, you're paying $60 a month for a phone number that, really, all you're doing is putting a target on your back. Time's up. Yeah, disclosure must happen. I know. I totally agree with you. But there's the reason why they're doing what they're doing. They've got dates on this thing. I mean, they're doing the parade on the 14th, which is Trump's birthday. And then they're doing the 4th of July celebration. Is that going to be the EBS? Is going to be the July 4th? When they shut everything down for 10 days? And full disclosure? I don't know. Something's going to happen. Right? The new Spielberg film, which we all know he's gone, Film Disclosure Day will happen. Prepare the masses. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Prepare the masses. They've got a real rude awakening coming. That's what we need. And it's going to be chaos, trust me. That's what we need to do when it hits our normie family and friends. Help them through this. Yeah, I know. All you could do is just be there as a calm, just be calm. Yeah, it's getting crazy in Australia. Well, that means that, these alligators are getting scared. They're losing control, and they know that they've done wrong. They know that their time is up. Anybody, they have already taken out the top tier. all the top levels, and the lower levels from them, and then on, so on down. Now they're working on the, lower, mid-level to lower level stuff. That's the, people in the alligators in your community. That's what they're going to be picking up. They've got rid of all the, MS-13, whatever. They're all in El Salvador. There's guys out there that are, if they're trying to still get in, the illegals are still trying to get in. They're basically, even farmers and ranchers are picking them up and taking them to ICE centers, or called NICE centers. Yeah. There's, I don't even know why they're making that strong effort to try to enter. Why don't they just come in the legal way? Make application. It's really that. I mean, if I make application, all I have to do is go down, to the border and make application. I just say I want to make application to become an American citizen, and they'll give me the proper paperwork right there. You could just go to the border if you want to go into the States or anywhere, right? Canada, there's not even an application. You just open the door, come on in, right? That's why, the government is a, NAZI operational agenda, construct that's happening right now. And this is the results we're getting. And they're trying to replace all the, sovereign white Canadians. They're trying, but they're not going to do it. They seem to do not understand that there's at least 30 million of us up here that are, don't put our backs against the wall, because you're going to regret.